These are all peppers and onions.
Over the last few years, scientist Tim Spector has been conducting an experiment.
You can never have too much olive oil.
On himself.
Here we go, some more tomatoes. My dad had dropped dead at the age of 57, and so that was one of the reasons I really had a closer look at exactly what I was eating and doing in my life.
Name a diet, he's tried it.
Put some more basil, yeah, sure.
And so have his gut bacteria.
Our microbes are getting restless. You never eat alone, because whatever food you put in, you're feeding trillions of your microbes inside your gut. And the latest evidence is showing they're actually crucial in what makes someone lean or obese. I've realized that certain things can change my microbes. I was 10 kilos more than I am now, and this was all part of this learning exercise as I was trying out what was good for me, what was bad for me.
What's bad for him may be even worse for someone else. That's because each of us has our own individual microbiome, as unique as a fingerprint. And certain foods are a recipe for disaster when it comes to our gut bugs and our girth.
Increasingly, a third of people depend on junk foods for virtually every meal, and our microbes are suffering. When it came to testing junk food, I knew someone who was even more of an expert. He's a student, and what better treat than to go on a non-stop junk food diet to test his microbiome.
The guinea pig, Tim's son, Tom.
He was a very happy guinea pig, at least initially.
I didn't know what I was really in for.
It was a mini version of the popular film Super Size Me. 10 days of nothing but burgers and fries washed down with a Coke.
He was allowed a treat of chicken McNuggets. The idea was to recreate Super Size Me with the microbiome on a slightly smaller scale, realizing that I also didn't want to kill my son, and he didn't want to die.
But would Tom's microbes survive? Fast food may be a feast for his upper intestine, where it gets digested, but it leads to famine down below, where the gut bugs are waiting to be fed.
If we're eating a lot of processed food, that food is not going to actually make it through to the gut, to the colon, where the vast majority of the beneficial microbes are living. And so you're essentially starving them.
Since processed food is full of carbohydrates and sugars that are easy for your upper intestine to absorb, they go straight into your bloodstream, while the microbes in your lower intestine end up skipping a meal.
Microbes that are starved get cranky, just like kids that are starved get cranky, and they start to behave badly, and that's really what we don't want. So you need to help them by feeding them, putting in proper types of food.
If it's working according to nature's plan, our digestive tract is a two-way street, benefiting us and our microbes.
We give them a nice warm place to live, and in return, they provide the metabolism, they provide our vitamins, our nutrition, and how we get all our energy. And it's a perfect match if we didn't start messing it up with modern life.
With improved